Capital News tonight. 5 employees of Azam Media Limited killed in a road accident in Singida region. Census exercise to begin next month in Kenya. And in sports, Emmanuel Amunike sacked by TFF. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. First, the national news. 5 employees of Azam Media Limited were killed in a road accident involving a lorry and minibus at Shilui area in Iramba district, Singida region. The managing director of Azam Media, Teido Mhando, has identified the employees who died in the tragic accident as Salim Mhando, Charles Wanwe, Florence Ndibalema, and Silvanus Kasongo.
Asubuhi leo.
This happened this morning where a group of our reporters, employees of Azam Television, were heading to Chato to attend a Tanapa function to be held tomorrow. They left on Sunday evening. They slept in Singida and started off the next day. Before they arrived in Igunga, there was a head-on collision with a lorry.
Walipokuwa wanaelekea huko,
this is very heartbreaking. They were all very young and we were together from the time Azam Media was started, so it is a big blow and hard to explain. To lose so many people at once is hard to take on. It is very sad for staff at Azam Media, but all reporters across the country.
The police commander in Singida, Sweetbirds Njewike, also visited the scene of the accident.
It is true that this accident occurred at around 8:30 a.m. in a minibus that was coming from Dar es Salaam going to Mwanza, whereby there was a head-on collision with a lorry. 7 passengers have died, 5 are Azam Television employees. There are 3 casualties who have been taken to the hospital. The lorry driver is in custody for further interrogation.
On his part, the chief medical doctor at Igunga Hospital in Tabora region, Dr. Merikad Magongo, has said that he has received 3 injured passengers of the minibus who are employees of Azam Media Limited. Dr. John Pombe Magufuli has sent a message of condolence to the chairman of the group of companies, Said Salim Bakhresa, following the death of 5 employees of Azam Media Limited, which occurred today in a road accident at Shilui area in Iramba district, Singida region. In his message, President Dr. John Magufuli expressed shock on the accident in which 7 people died and wished their souls to rest in peace. President Magufuli also wished 3 employees of Azam Media Limited quick recovery so that they can continue with their daily duties. May God rest their souls in peace and may He bless the injured employees a speedy recovery. Inspector General of Police IGP Simon Siro has directed the police force in Singida region to hunt down and take legal action against the driver of the lorry which caused the accident, which led to the death of 7 people, including 5 employees of Azam Media Limited, and injured 3 others from the media organization. IGP Simon Siro gave the directive in Mwanza when inspecting a police housing project at Nyamhongoro area.
I would like to report sadly that on this day, July 8th this year, an accident has occurred in Kizonzo area, Singida region, at around 9 a.m. The accident took place when a coaster vehicle that was coming from Singida and which was going towards Tabora region collided with another car which was coming from Shinyanga region that was heading to Dar es Salaam. It is said that the coaster vehicle had been hired by Azam TV to ferry their correspondents around the country so that they could get various stories.
Vice President Samia Suluhu Hassan is attending the 12th Emergency Head of State and Government of the African Union on the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement meeting in Niamey, Niger. Speaking at the meeting, Vice President Samia Suluhu Hassan commended the government of Ghana for being selected to be the headquarters of the African Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat and urged the Commission of the AU to speed up completion of the formation, budget and action plan of the Secretariat in order to start work.
The objective of this meeting was to have an agreement and approve recommendations from experts and ministers on free trade area for Africa. The first phase has been completed and all units have been approved. But what we would like is for every country experts to go through what is pending in the second phase so we can agree upon it in a meeting to be held in January 2020.
I would like to say that we are here in Niamey, Niger, to attend a meeting whose purpose is to discuss how the African Union can officially begin to use the Continental Free Trade Area CFTA agreement of countries on the continent. 27 countries have already signed the CFTA deal, and they have even started to implement the terms of the agreement in their respective countries.
The National Council of Environment Management, NEMC, has refuted reports on social media that it has established a program aimed at registering places of worship as well as costs for the registration process.
We hope that in a month's time we will not be receiving any more complaints. This has been brought by the fact that we've received numerous complaints. There are incidences whereby you find bars and worship areas, music is played from night till morning the next day. There is also street parties. This has been the cause of so many complaints.
The Deputy Minister of Home Affairs, Hamad Massaouni, has said that the government will ensure all those involved in the killing of 12 people and 10 of them Tanzanian nationals and 2 Mozambican nationals at Mtole village in Mozambique are arrested. He made the statement when he met with residents of Kihamba and Kitaya villages in Mtwara region to give his message of condolence following the brutal deaths.
No arrest has been made because we are not sure who the perpetrators are. However, I'm confident that using law enforcement organs will bring the culprits to justice. I have no doubts about this. Taking a life of even a single Tanzanian cannot be forgiven. We shall bring you to justice. This crime has saddened many of us because these people did not deserve this. They were simply killed. I would like to assure you that security has been strengthened and talks between Tanzania and Mozambique have taken place. So security has been heightened. What has happened has made history. For me to get my rights has never happened before. It is true that we've no food at the moment because we invested everything.
The government has resolved a 40-year land conflict between a 90-year-old woman, a resident of Sinoni ward in Arusha, Nanzimluo, and some residents in the ward after the Minister of Land, Housing and Settlement Development gave a 30-day deadline to invaders to pay compensation to the elderly woman. He gave the directive after meeting with the parties involved in the conflict.
You are squatters. in a privately owned land. This lady here will be given her rights just as the court directed. But we will not demolish buildings that have already been built on this land. Instead, we'll give her cash equivalent to the value of the land so she can look for another piece of land. Honorable Minister, we are confident that this matter will be brought to an end. We've seen similar cases in other areas being in this area, there are some residents who cannot afford to move, but I'm grateful that you've asked for those affected to be compensated.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows shortly. And in international news, the National Population Census in Kenya, which is expected to be implemented next month, will be done electronically. The census exercise aims to get the latest statistics on the population in Kenya, with 18.5 billion Kenyan shillings expected to be used in the exercise.
It's very, very important.
Census is very important in supporting government plans. This exercise will cost 18.5 billion Kenyan shillings. This time, we're going to use new technology in registering the number of Kenyans in the country. We shall record the population number in Kenya, including those who will be traveling on that day, in hotels, and even refugees who have migrated for a specific period of time. The International Criminal Court has convicted Congolese former rebel leader Bosco Ntaganda, dubbed the Terminator, guilty of war crimes and crimes against humanity. Here are more details.
Ntaganda has been charged with overseeing the slaughter of civilians by his soldiers in the Democratic Republic of Congo's volatile mineral-rich Ituri region in 2002 and 2003. His sentence will be determined at a later hearing. Prosecutors gave horrific details of victims, including some who were disemboweled and had their throats slit as part of the evidence during his 3-year trial in The Hague. The soft-spoken Ntaganda told judges during his trial that he was a soldier, not a criminal, and that the Terminator nickname did not apply to him. Ntaganda had faced 13 counts of war crimes and 5 counts of crimes against humanity for his role in the brutal conflict that racked the northeastern region.
And that is the end of international news. Business news follows next.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
To be rich, I have to be a business person.
It's not an easy road at all.
People need to understand.
You must quickly think, how cost effective are you going to be?
Business acts as a way in which it can bridge that gap.
Business Edition will keep you informed on latest developments in the financial sector, extractive industry, tourism, agriculture, energy, construction, and so much more. Meet entrepreneurs who create employment opportunities. Watch Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and in business news tonight. The National Bureau of Statistics has said that national inflation increased to 3.7% in June 2019 compared to 3.5% in May, with the increase contributed by raising food prices.
Kuongezeka kwa mfumuko wa bei wa taifa kwa mwaka ulioishia.
Increase in national inflation rates for June 2019 was contributed by increase in prices of some food products and non-food products comparing to the previous year of June 2018. Some of food products that contributed to this rise were maize flour, which was 3.6%, wheat flour 4.4%, sorghum 4.95%, fresh fish 27.3%, sardines 16.6%, and potatoes 18.8%.
Wa mahindi kwa asilimia 3.6.
Dar es Salaam Community Bank has launched a product aimed at empowering agriculture industries called DCB Sokoni, which will provide solutions to farmers and industrial owners.
It is not easy for one person to have enough money to build a factory. I went through the same system of asking myself, how will I get funds to build a factory? I decided to write a proposal and distributed it in different banks, but a DCB bank was the one that agreed to my proposal due to its impact to the society. I would like to thank this bank for giving us funds that allowed us to build the factory. DCB Sokoni is a solution to agriculture and industry sectors, where we provide solutions for farmers in the farms, to processors at the factory, to traders who ensures that the agricultural produce and industrial products are reaching last consumers. To all who wishes to establish factories regardless of the distance, we are here to provide loans for industrial investments and warehousing of agricultural produce. We are happy to be in Songwe today to witness launch of factory belonging to Mr. Kayuni and his wife Aisha. This rice processing factory costs more than 200 million shillings, which were issued by DCB Bank through DCB Sokoni program.
Tanzania's ambassador in Rwanda, Ernest Mangu, has met with business people from Kagera region in Ngara district, where he urged them to take up trade opportunities in Rwanda in order to grow the business and increase the national income. I decided to have a word with the regional commissioner to liaise on general meeting that will be key in motivating each other on the opportunities available. I am directing trade office to plan meeting schedules on opening trade opportunities available in Kagera region. And that is the end of business news. Sports news follows shortly.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's being dragged through the second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's being dragged through the second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Position, Marquinhos, he did lose to Lynn.
And in sports news, Tanzania's coach Emmanuel Amunike has been sacked by the country's football federation TFF following the Taifa Stars' failure to progress past the group stages of the Africa Cup of Nations. Here's
TFF
more.
issued a statement today saying it had parted ways with the ex-Nigerian international and coach. The Tanzania Football Association, TFF, and the national team coach Emmanuel Manike have reached a joint agreement to terminate the contract between them, read part of the statement. Manike has been coach of Tanzania since 6th of August 2018. At AFCON 2019, Tanzania lost all 3 group matches against Senegal, Kenya, and Algeria. TFF, which said the search for a new coach starts immediately, added that an interim boss will be unveiled on July 11th.
Simba Queens are scheduled to leave for Germany on the 15th of this month for a week-long tour. The club CEO has urged them to find teams while there.
Women football is very popular in Germany, but it took decades before it was accepted. So I remember in the 1950s, 1960s, the officials said, "Oh no, football, soccer is too dangerous for women. They should not play it." That was a very strange mindset, yeah, but we have overcome that, and now for some time the women football club was football team was more successful than the men. And I think you should do the same. Yeah, be more successful than the male football team.
But Simba Queens have got another arrangement, partnership with St. Thomas, the club, famous club in Germany, in Hamburg. Now we have entered into agreement whereby through this cooperation between the 2 clubs, one of them with the Simba Queens, going to Hamburg. Maybe St. Thomas also will visit us. So it's a long-term relationship between Simba and St. Thomas, the club.
Sadio Mane has stated he will step down from taking Senegal's penalties to avoid jeopardizing his side's chances. Here's more on the story.
The 27-year-old, who has 3 goals in AFCON, has failed to score twice from the penalty spot in the competition. Mane saw his spot kick saved by goalkeeper Dennis Onyango in their 1-0 victory over Uganda in the round of 16 of the tournament. His effort was also saved in their 3-0 victory over Kenya in the group stage. On the back of the failures, the Liverpool man has decided to withdraw from the responsibility of taking his side's penalties, despite his boss Aliou Cisse insisting the forward will remain the Teranga Lions' first-choice penalty taker.
Coach Clarence Seedorf was coy about his Cameroon future after the indomitable Lions crashed out of the Africa Cup of Nations in the round of 16. Here are more details.
The reigning African Kings were silenced 3-2 by Nigeria in a devastating result which saw Seedorf's men surrender a 1-goal lead in Alexandria. The result has led to speculation the Dutch legend could be shown the door after his African failures. However, Seedorf himself is uncertain of what the future holds. "Maybe you want to give us a few days," he told the media. "The first thing is I'm very sorry for the boys. They have worked really hard and played well, but this is football and only one can win in the end."
And that's the end of our news bulletin for tonight. My name is Karina Zimbo. Thank you for watching and good night.